The Martian, surviving the... The Martian, surviving the red planet with science and snark. Part 1. Introduction. The loneliest nightmare in the universe. Welcome back to the channel. Let's set the scene. You are on Mars. A massive dust storm hits, and your crew is forced to evacuate. During the chaos, you are struck by debris and presumed dead. Your teammates blast off, leaving you behind. You wake up alone. You are on a planet where there is no oxygen to breathe, no water to drink, and no food to eat. Oh, and the next scheduled mission isn't arriving for another 4 years, at a site thousands of kilometers away. You have no way to tell Earth that you're alive. This is the starting line for Mark Watney in Andy Weir's sensational novel, The Martian. But Mark isn't your typical tragic protagonist. Instead of lying down and waiting for the end, he says one of the most famous lines in modern sci-fi: "I'm going to have to science the shit out of this." Today, we are exploring the greatest space potato farming journey in history. Let's find out why this book became a worldwide obsession. Part 2. Science as the ultimate weapon. In The Martian, science isn't just a background detail, it is the main character. Mark Watney is a botanist and an engineer, and those two skills are the only reason he survives the first month. 1. The impossible farm. Mark's biggest problem is calories. He has enough rations to last a few months, but he needs to survive for years. He turns the pressurized living habitat into a greenhouse. He uses Martian soil, vacuum-packed Earth soil he brought for experiments, and, most famously, his own biological waste as fertilizer. Watching him calculate the exact number of potatoes needed to survive until the next mission is like watching a high-stakes math puzzle where the penalty for a wrong answer is starvation. 2. The water maker. To grow plants, you need water. Mars has none. Mark executes a terrifyingly dangerous plan to reduce hydrazine rocket fuel into water. One spark in the wrong place, and he becomes a crater on the Martian surface. Andy Weir writes the technical details so well that you actually understand the chemistry involved. It makes you feel like you too could survive on a dead planet if you just had a chemistry textbook and a lot of guts. 3. The path to communication. Mark realizes he can't survive without help. He embarks on a long, dangerous journey to find a derelict probe, the Pathfinder, to establish a texting connection with NASA. The kitsch-tionnetch, the high-stakes tension, peaks as we see the brilliant minds at NASA discover he's alive. The story shifts from a solo survival tale into a global mission, involving international agencies and the crew of the Ares 3, who have to decide if they are willing to risk their lives to go back for their friend. Part 3. Humor as a survival tool. What truly makes The Martian stand out is Mark Watney's voice. He is lay-loy, hilariously irreverent and optimistic. Even when his airlock explodes or his crops die, he keeps a log filled with sarcasm. He mocks his commander's taste in 70s disco music. He complains about the lack of variety in his potato-based diet. He cracks jokes about being the greatest botanist on this planet simply because he's the only one. This humor isn't just for the reader. It's Mark's psychological shield. It's a reminder that human intelligence and a sense of humor are the ultimate defenses against the crushing weight of isolation. You don't just root for Mark to survive because he's a hero. You root for him because he's someone you'd want to hang out with. Part 4. The philosophy of the human instinct. At the end of the book, Mark reflects on why the entire world came together to save one man. He concludes that humans have a fundamental biological instinct to help one another. The power of unity. Whether it's a hiker lost in the mountains or an astronaut stranded on Mars, we send search parties because we care about the individual. The Martian is a celebration of human ingenuity, persistence, and, above all, solidarity. It argues that while the universe is cold and indifferent, we don't have to be. Book versus movie. While the Matt Damon film is excellent, the book offers a much more intense experience. In the novel, Mark faces even more disasters, like a dust storm that threatens to cut off his solar power during his final journey across the planet that were cut from the movie for time. The book allows you to see the raw logic and the internal panic behind every decision, making the final rescue feel much more earned. Part 5. Conclusion. A must-read for everyone. The Martian is more than a sci-fi book. It's an instruction manual for never giving up. It proves that no matter how big the problem, you can solve it if you break it down into small, manageable pieces of math and science. Thank you for watching this summary of one of the most inspiring books of the decade. If you were stranded on Mars, what is the one luxury item you would want with you? A deck of cards? A specific playlist? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to join us for more deep dives into the books that challenge our minds and lift our spirits. Until next time, stay smart, keep your towel ready, and remember, the universe is big, but the human mind is bigger. Goodbye.